Last week, I introduced the new project truck, 1983 Chevrolet Silverado K10 short bed. Beautiful color. I actually have it pulled out here in the sun so y'all can see how pretty this color looks outside. We've ordered some goodies. We've ordered some parts for the build, so they are on the way. But today, I want to walk y'all through another truck that I bought about a year ago, 1985 GMC Sierra K2500. I'm going to walk y'all through what I've done to the build and also what the plans are for the future and some of the things we have on the way for that build. This is my 1985 GMC Sierra Classic K2500. I've got it pulled over here in this side of the shop, putting down an epoxy floor on the other side. So I've had to move everything over to this side while that's getting done. So it's a little bit messy over here because I've had to cram everything over here to get everything off the floor. But pulled the truck over here. Just my first impression, first initial thought of this truck when I bought it about a year ago is it's a man's truck. You know, that's what it feels like when you look at it, when you drive it. It's a 2500, so 3/4 ton. It's got a long bed, 6-inch lift, 35-inch tires, 16-inch wheels, but this thing just has a rumble to it, which I'll show y'all in a little bit. It just feels like a man's truck when you're driving it down the road, and that's what I really like about it. The body and paint are in okay shape. I may give it a 5 out of 10. It's got some patina on the top of the doors. Got some areas of rock chips and stuff on the bottom of the fenders and the back of the bed. It's got some worn edges on the door. It's got some places where the old mirrors used to be mounted. Originally, I was going to fix all the bodywork, repaint it and everything. But then at the same time, you know, I like the look of this truck at the end of the day. You know, it looks like it's been worked. It looks like, you know, it just reminds me of an old farm truck is what it reminds me of. And I don't really have to worry about waiting for the perfect day to drive it. I can drive it in the rain, where something that you spend a lot of time fixing the bodywork, repainting it, you have to be more careful. Where this, you can just get in it, hop in it, run to Home Depot, pick up some plywood, whatever you need to do, get the wife's gardening stuff and load it up, and turn heads while you're doing it, which is the funny part of this. We've got a Home Depot that has a drive-in lumber yard, and you can pull up in this thing, and then all the guys just watching you drive through the lumber yard are just stopping what they're doing, just staring at you. So it's fun to drive this around. Starts a lot of conversation, gets a lot of attention. But I'm gonna walk y'all through the truck, give you some insights on what I've done to the truck since I've owned it, and then ultimately my favorite parts, my not so favorite parts. I just want to show y'all my 85 that I've had for almost a year now. So starting out with one of my favorite parts of the truck is just the look of the front end. You know, you don't have to have something lifted 12 inches tall, 14 inches tall with 38s or 44s or whatever to have an aggressive looking truck. Personally, I like a truck that is not over the top but still looks aggressive, and I think this truck does that, which is one of my favorite parts. And I like the cowl hood on it. I like the billet grille. I like the bumper with the push bars on it, whatever you call those. Bull bars, push bars, they're called something. I just ordered some for another truck and I don't remember what they're called. But these things, I like the look of them. Of course, we got LED headlights. All the grille up front has been replaced and all the trim work has been replaced. And I just like the look of the front of this truck. Some people don't like cowl hoods. I have trucks with them. I have trucks without them. I like the cowl hood on this truck just because I think it gives it a bigger feel. So I like the way that the cowl looks on this. The billet grille, I like the look of it. I think it looks, well, it just looks different than a stock grill. Some of the billet grills I don't like the grills that come all the way across and cover the lights and just the whole front of the truck is a billet grill. I think that's a little bit too much. But I do like the billet grill that still has the headlights. It doesn't look overdone on this truck. Next on the list is something I like, but also don't like. So I'll start with what I like first. I like the 6-inch lift look with 35s. I believe these are the Dean tires, backcountry mud terrains with the Raceline rock crusher wheel in a 16x10. What I really like about this design that Raceline has is it mimics the old weld wheels that look like what they called the stone crusher. These are called rock crusher, so obviously they were trying to mimic the old weld look. That is something that I am changing very soon. What I don't like, this is a 6-inch rough country suspension. I just put a 6-inch BDS kit on another truck that we're building. When you drive the BDS kit and you drive this kit, you can tell a major difference. And I'm not trying to rag on rough country. I would spend the extra money and go with the BDS kit. It's the age-old saying, you get what you pay for. And I just feel like the BDS kit is a higher quality kit. It rides better. They have a much better dual steering stabilizer setup. That is one thing I would probably change on this truck. May do it in the future. Not something I'm going to do right now. A couple quick things that I changed on the truck, not major things, but I did buy clear side markers. I got them off Amazon. They are LED. So when you turn on the parking lights, I went with the white LED just because everything on this truck was white, chrome. I felt like the amber light just stood out and I wanted the truck to flow a little bit better. So that's why I put the clear side marker light on there. Another thing that I ended up doing is I tinted all the windows in the truck. So I went 5% on the side and back windows, and I went 35% on the windshield. Now, if this was a truck that I was building to sell, I probably wouldn't do the windshield tint. It's something that I do in all my personal trucks just because I think it looks a lot better. If this was a truck that I was, again, building, I would probably just put 5 or 20% on the side and back windows just to give it a little bit better look, but not go overboard with it. I really like this truck just because the way it feels and sounds when you're driving it. This truck has a 350 in it. Before I got the truck, it had headers on it. The exhaust comes and turns down about right here before the rear axle. And they also put a mild cam in the truck as well, so it sounds really good. So I'll start it up for you. So one of my most favorite parts of this truck is the interior. When I got this truck about a year ago, I decided to put a full custom interior in it. It had a blue interior before, wasn't too excited about that, so I went with a custom interior in here. So I did a full saddle brown leather interior with double diamond stitching. So I did cover the entire door. So normally in this truck, you just have the door panel. I also did a lower door panel. This truck had speakers in the door, so I did a custom mesh covering for the speaker. We also did the seat in matching saddle brown leather with the double diamond insert. Covered the dash in the same material, covered the visors. Also no AC. One of the things, I'm kind of 50-50 on the AC. Obviously, it's rough riding around in Tennessee in the summer. Obviously, there's some days that you can't drive it if it's 100 degrees outside. Also, something cool that I did in this truck is 3D printed these defrost vent inserts. So when I got this truck, it had a blue dash in it. They were all busted up. and I did a quick design on this and 3D printed some inserts for both this side and the driver's side as well. That's my 85 GMC Sierra K2500. Really enjoy this truck. There's some things I really like about it. There's some things I don't like about it. Ultimately, it's an awesome truck. Stay tuned. I've got some goodies that I purchased for this truck just this week. Should be here in the next few days. If you like what you see, please give me a like, comment what you liked most about the truck. Be sure to subscribe and follow along for our other truck builds as well.